Good morning everyone, my name is Joanita and welcome to Stitchy Things. It's Thursday the 7th of April and it's Flosstube number 17. Hi and welcome on this stormy, grey day in the Netherlands. Well, at least here in the south, it's awful. It's like all the seasons came by in the last week or so. It's crazy, it's really crazy, but what can you do? So let's talk stitching on this grey day, awful day. Yes, I have two finishes. I really do. Who am I? I have two new starts and two new about to start. So let me show you what I've been up to. The board. I didn't do anything with my board. It's still big and it has no fancy edge around it or border, but that's okay. This is what I finished. When I'm dead and in my grave. It's by Modern Folk Embroidery and I stitched this on a 28 count old Salem by the Primitive Hair, and I've used Sulky's Almost Black. It's number 1234. So I'm quite pleased with this. I thought I need to finish something because I have a lot of whips and that's okay, but I was feeling the need to finish something. So yeah, I really like it. I really love it. So I'm not going to I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this, but I think it's going to be framed. I'm sorry. And I will frame it myself, I think. But we'll see. I'm not sure yet. Then I finished last night. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to finish my book. I wanted to finish my cross stitching. I wanted to do my nails. And I wanted to organize my floss. Well, there are so many hours in one night. So yeah, I didn't do my nails. And I didn't finish my book. But I did finish my cross stitch piece. And this one is our anniversary piece. Well, there's no date or initials on it, but as I told you before, our first date was seeing the movie Silence of the Lambs. So this is what I finished. This is also stitched on a 28 count old Salem by the Primitive Hair. And I used all the called for DMCs, except for the black one. I've used Anchor Black to try it out. And I think it has a real good coverage. I've heard Flosstubers say that before, that Anchor Black has a better coverage than DMC 310. But yeah, I agree, but the shine is a little bit less. I think DMC has a more beautiful shine. Well, it's more shiny than the Anchor Black. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. This is my finish and I really love it. And I thought when I bought the pattern, oh, I will stitch this up very quick. Well, nope, I was mistaken. The border was a pain in my peep. No, it was a pain, and yeah, the butterfly or the moth took a while, but in the end, I'm very happy with the result. So that's what I finished as well. Then I had two new starts. One was a pattern I was gifted by, I got it from Sue, one of my viewers. She bought me a present. Thank you, Sue. And I started it. I showed you this project bag last time, but I didn't mention who I bought it from. I totally forgot. I bought this one on Etsy and it's from Suze NL. And she has really lovely project bags. So check her out. She has, yeah, and it's really soft and not that floppy, a bit floppy, and I like that. And yeah, this was my first vinyl front project bag. So, okay, stitching. This is the pattern. Well, not the chart, but you know what I mean. Mary Amelia's Bird by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I really love the vintage birds. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count fabric by Tamas, Nicholas Flamel Designs on Etsy. And as it was a gift, he put it in my order as a gift. I'm not sure, there was no card with a name, so it doesn't have a name. But this is what I have so far. And I really, really love stitching at this. I've started with 2 strands, but I thought it was way too bulky for a vintage, yeah, how do you call it, for a vintage design. So I tried it out with 1 strand in the top, and I really like that. So I picked it all out and started again with 1 thread. So yeah, I love this. I love the colors. I love the design. I love the stitch, but it's not a quick stitch, but that's okay. Well, for me, it isn't a quick stitch. For other people, I can imagine it is, but not for me. So yeah, I want to get back to this real soon because I was finishing up the other 2 projects. I'm sorry for the noise. Let me put it over there. And then I had another no start. This one is a freebie by Crocetta Gogo. I'm not sure if I pronounce it the right way. It was a freebie on her, it is a freebie on her website, blog. And you can download it because I was in the mood for something cheerful and bright colored. So I'm going to show you this, but as it is a free pattern and you can get it off the blog, I think it's okay. I made a color conversion for sulkies, so I wrote them all down, and I dyed my own fabric because it's stitched on white in on the chart and the design, but I wanted something purpley. So, well, you can't see the house that good. Wait, I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's a very pale pink and it's showing up really nicely in real life, but I'm not sure if you can see this. Well, I dyed a little piece of 32 count I bought a few weeks ago, but because of the dyeing it shrunk a little. So it has a really good coverage with the sulkies. So yeah, that's a nice project to work on. There are 3 more for every season. There's a house, so I'm planning to stitch every season. No, I'm planning to stitch one every season. So that's this one. And then I have 2 new about to start. Oh, wait, my floss. I forgot to put my floss in there. Yes. Let me show you. Oh, well, this is a part of haul as well. Well, let me show you this first. I'm going to stitch, I'll put it in here. It's called, let me check, I wrote it down. Geometric Birds by 7 Dreams Shop on Etsy. She's a Ukrainian designer, and yeah, I love stitching birds. So these 3 birds, I haven't done anything. I just organized my floss last night because it came in yesterday in the mail. I'm going to stitch the birds on a 32 count vintage white. This is where I stitched the rooster alphabet sampler on for my mom. So I'm going to use this because it's quite a colorful, the birds are quite colorful. And I don't know, if it's stitched on all white, I don't know. I think this will look nice. Let me put it that way. Okay, so these are all the colors. Cheerful, bright colors. Look at the turquoisey. Oh, where is he? Look at it. And I think it will look pretty on the... I'm going to stitch them separately. And then I want to frame them. And I want to start a bird wall. I think I have enough bird charts to do that. So I'm going to start this. Well, we are having friends over this weekend, so I think it's going to be Sunday afternoon, or I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe Monday, but Monday I have a busy day, so I'm not sure. We'll see where I have a little time. Then I'm going to want to start this one because it was the 1st of April last Friday, so I could buy patterns. Because I told myself I couldn't buy patterns the first 3 months of the year. And I didn't. Only the patterns for the Ukrainian designers to support them. I don't have a cover photo for this, cover picture. So I'll put it in here. It's called, I think it's called Ulici. And it's by Satsuma Street. I saw this on Instagram. Geertje is stitching this. She's crea.x.stitcher on Instagram, and she was stitching this. And well, I love the, first of all, I love the Satsuma Street designs because they're so colorful and bright. And I saw Geertje stitching them and I thought I want to stitch them as well. So I bought the pattern on Friday when I came back from work, and I'm going to stitch this on a 32 count white even weave. And I was planning on stitching them because, as you can see, I'll put in the picture again, every egg has its own background color, and I thought if I dye the fabrics I don't have to stitch up the background. So I cut those 4 pieces, and then I thought I ordered all the floss, so I'm stitching the backgrounds. That's why I'm doing this on white, because when I finish them you can see a lot of white, only a small border, a small centimeter around the pattern, so I don't mind. So this is my plan. Look at the colors on the white. Well, with the white background it's not. So that's better. Look, the color, I love the colors. And these ones, yeah. So this one I'm going to start today, I think. And I put this in the project bag I ordered from Diane, Frog and Fudge. She had in her last Flosstube, she showed some project bags and she had this fabric. She didn't make a bag out of it, but she had the fabric, and I thought, ooh, sorry, itchy. And I thought I would love a project bag with that fabric. So I ordered this one from Diane. Oh, and look at this. This is so funny. This is the silica gel balls. I don't know, you know, the little bags you get in products you order to keep everything dry. Well, she made this out of it, so I'm keeping it in there. And it smelled really good. I don't know what she did with it, but the bag was, when I opened it, yeah, lovely bag, lovely fabric, and it smelled really nice. So Diane asked me if I would tell her what the project was I was going to put in. Well, Diane, I'm not sure if you're watching, but if you do, it's Ulici. And when I finish this one, there's going to be a bigger project because it's quite a big bag, so it needs a big project. And I have a few big projects in mind I want to start, but first I I try to finish some things, but I'm not sure if it's going to if I have the time, or we'll see. But I liked what I did in the last weeks. Just pick one project bag and try to finish it. So I did with those two. So you know, you never know. So yeah. Well, that's, I think, a little segue into haul. I don't have much. I only have this bag, and the other bag I received right before the previous video. And then I needed one skein of floss because in this pattern, the geometric birds, there is a color, DMC 3884, and I couldn't get it anywhere. So I was Googling, and I discovered there was a set in, I think it was 2013. They came out with a set of DMC, and it was never sold in Europe. So I was looking for a conversion for this color, and I found one. It's 535. It's a dark gray. But then I read another article on Google, on the internet, I don't know where, and they used color 4 as the new conversion for 3884. If I'm making sense, I'm sorry. So this is the color that's a substitute for 3884. So I never came across that color number, but I'm only stitching for 2 years. So, well, now you know, if you have that color in a pattern, it's not available anymore. At least not in Europe, or not anymore, not at all. And I'm not sure if it's available in the US. I don't know. Okay, well, I was at the store, People's, for the gray, the DMC gray, and I saw these two. So I thought they would look nice as, I don't know, springy fabrics for pillows, or I don't know, we'll see. But I can't go into People's without buying a fabric or a skein of floss. Okay, let me have a sip. Hold on, please. I'm back. Ooh. My bedroom door was open and I don't know, it flapped. I don't know, because of the wind, it drove me nuts. So I had to close it. Okay, then, oh, plans. I have a plan. Well, Tony had a plan, my friend. And I thought, let's make this stitch along. My friend Tony is having a special birthday coming up in June, the 21st of June. That's the first day of summer. And she's turning 60. I think I can say that right. I hope she's not offended that I'm announcing her 60 birthday. But, well, she's turning 60 in June. And I gave her, for her birthday last year, I gave her the bookshelf with all the call for flosses, and I bought one for myself as well, but we didn't start it yet. And she wants to start it on her birthday. So I thought, well, let's do a sale. So we still need to come up with a hashtag, but if you have the pattern and you want to join along, if you want to join in, please do. So you have time to collect your fabric and flosses and whatnot. I'll put in a picture here because I have it here, but I have to look for it. So I'll put in a picture. I don't know who it's by on the top of my head. I think little country. I don't know. I'll put it in the screen underneath the picture. So, well, that's the plan. but it's more than 2 months, so we have time. Then, well, that was all the stitching I think I have. Yes, what have I been reading? Well, read this. Read this, seriously. It's called De Weg naar Huis in Dutch. It's The Way Home in English, but it's from a German writer, Sebastian Fitzek, and he's such a good writer. His books are really well written, and yeah, well worth reading. It's called, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, Der Heimweg, The Way Home. So it's a bit gruesome, and some the book has all these little chapters, so it reads quite easily, I think, if you have short chapters, especially when you want you're reading chapter by chapter like me. I'm not one to stop reading in the middle of a chapter. I really like to finish the chapter before I switch off the lights at night. This one, it's about this guy, Jules. He is a volunteer at the, well, it's a kind of a telephone number you can dial if you're afraid to walk home by yourself in the dark. I think that's a good translation. Let me, my glasses. And he's there's this woman, and she's calling Clara. She's called Clara, and she's calling the number because she's very scared, and she feels like she's being followed by a man who attacked her before. And there was a date written in blood on her bedroom wall, and that's the date of her death. And well, she's only 2 hours away from the date, so she calls that number. I think it was by accident. Well, she gets Jules on the line, and he talks to her to make her feel safe on her way home. But, and this is, I was reading last night, and I thought, what? I was so, yeah, but I had to go to sleep. It was so late, and my husband had to get up real early this morning, so I highly, highly, highly recommend. If you like books that are, yeah, excited is the wrong translation, but yeah, if you like thrillers and suspense and mystery, and I'll tell you, this one, it's not really a spoiler, but there is a hint somewhere in the beginning of the book, and it clicked. Yeah, it when I read the chapter I read last night, it clicked. Oh, I thought that was mentioned before, but you don't pay attention to you read it, and it's very I don't know. Well, it's very likely. I don't know how to explain this, but when you read it, it's not like you think, oh, this may be a spoiler for the rest of the book. It's not. It's just something that is in the story, and you think nothing of it, and well, go and read this. I'm not good in explaining books. I think I'm going to watch BookTube for a while and learn from them, because I'm always getting so excited for some books I'm reading, and I really want to share, but I'm not good at talking about it. So that's something I want to learn. But really, trust me, you want to read this. It is gruesome at some points in the book, because she's being abused by her husband, and I think it's going really far. But on the other hand, yeah, I'm watching horror movies, so I can take it. But if you can't, this is a little warning. You can skip some parts, so you don't have to miss the story because you are grossed out or you think it's, I don't know what's the word, eerie. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean. Read this. It's so good. I'm so excited for it. So I've almost finished this. I want to finish it last night, but it was, as I said, it was so late. So I'm going to finish this today. And then I saw Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and she had this one, Delilah Green Doesn't Care. This one is in English because there's no Dutch translation, and I don't mind. So she highly recommended this book, so I thought, well, let's see if we have it at work. We don't, so I couldn't get it in any library in the Netherlands, so I ordered it from Amazon, I think, for 10 euros, 11 euros. So that's very doable. So I'm going to read this. So, but first, I'm going to finish this one. This is so good. I told you a few, well, I'm not sure how long ago it is. I told you about the book, The Burning Girls. I was so excited for this book, but I'm even more excited for this book. So I'm going to quit talking about the books now because I can't contain my excitement. What have I been watching? Well, I finished Chicago PD. There are 4 seasons on Amazon. Yeah, on Prime Video. So I finished all the 4 seasons. Then I started Chicago Fire. I love that as well. So it's a lovely series for when I come home and when I'm tired to sit on the couch and stitch a bit. Yeah, I love that. Then I started watching Schitt's Creek. Well, I love it. I really love it. The episodes are only 20 minutes long, so they're, yeah, very suitable for watching when you have dinner or eating lunch. So you can watch an episode. And I started this as a series for myself because my husband is very busy now, so we have not that much time to watch a movie together. So I told him I'm going to look for a new series for myself. And then I watched Schitt's Creek, and he was at home when I watched the 3rd or 4th episode, and he was sold. So now we watch it together, and I was going to look for another series for myself. But we did watch on Prime Video a movie, and it's called Nobody. And I highly recommend, if you're into action movies or, yeah, you know, that kind of movies, watch Nobody. The main character is played by Bob Odenkirk, and you might know him from, and now I'm blanking, Breaking Bad. He is in Breaking Bad, and then he got his own series. It's kind of a spin-off, I think. It's called Better Call Saul, about a lawyer. He plays a lawyer in Breaking Bad. And he is so great in this role, really. He does an amazing job. You think he comes across in the beginning of the movie as a very dull guy. He works at the administration of a company owned by his father-in-law. And, well, he goes to work. He clocks out, he gets home, he eats dinner, he goes to work the next day, and it's really dull. You get this bored feeling, as if you feel what he's feeling, bored and always in the same old, I don't know. But then, well, I'm not going to give away anything, but you should watch it. It's very entertaining. Yeah, I loved it. And then this was a tip from Debbie, Creatively Yours. She texted me the title of this series, and it's called One of Us is Lying on Netflix. And if you're my age, a little bit old, I think if the movie The Breakfast Club and the series Pretty Little Liars had a baby, it would be One of Us is Lying. It had this really Breakfast Club vibe. The Breakfast Club, by the way, is a movie from 1985. So if you're born after 1985, you might not know the movie, but it's worth watching. So I recommend The Breakfast Club. With Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson. Yeah, it was a really nice movie, yeah. And then some bits and pieces reminded me of Pretty Little Liars. So I think it's a bit of a mix of those two. So it's not a long season. I finished this in a few days. So yeah, it was a really nice series, but it ended, well, if you watched Pretty Little Liars, it's, you know how the season ends, and you know there's going to be a season 2 and probably maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've been watching. A little live stuff. We had, yesterday was the 3rd year. No, I think I'm saying this wrong. Yesterday, it was 3 years ago, my dad died. So I think it's a bit, yeah, I don't know. It feels a bit strange to call it an anniversary, because I associate the word anniversary with cheerful party-like things. And well, this one was not obviously something we'd celebrate. But I went over to my mom's yesterday afternoon, because my sister is in London at the moment. So have fun, Susan, Jean and Koen. They are away for a week. And so my brother and I decided, well, I would go in the afternoon, and my brother was going to see my mom last night. So yeah, well, it's a part of life. People are born, people are dying, but it's not, I don't know. I don't have, I was not feeling very sad or something, but I do feel that on his birthday. When it's supposed to be his birthday, that's when I'm not good in my skin. Let's keep it at that. And yesterday it was, yeah, it was doable. But yeah, the day always has a little feeling of, so yeah, well, and then, oh, I had a big laugh with Finn again. And this was the night of my previous video that I filmed and posted 2 weeks ago. And that same night I was downstairs on the couch. I was stitching and watching my series. And then I got a phone call from Finn. And I thought, Finn, he's upstairs, isn't he? Sometimes I don't know if he's at home or he goes his own way. And so he called, and I picked up and I said, hi, where are you? Oh, I'm in my bedroom and you need to come up right now. And I thought, what's happening? What's happening? There's a spider. And I thought, really? I had 3 boys, so you expect them to catch their own spiders? Well, no. So I said to him, I have to take a glass and a card. That's the way I catch spiders. And I'm coming up, but you have to come now, because otherwise he's gone and I don't know where he is. And I might be in my bed. And I thought, okay, so I took this, yeah, it's kind of, we don't drink whiskey, but it's like a whiskey glass. It has a really big opening, because sometimes you have spiders with very long legs and they need to fit in the glass. I don't want them to lose a leg, because he's afraid of spiders. So I took this glass and I took a card and I went upstairs, and I thought, well, now we're going to have it. It's a big one. It wasn't. It was, his body was maybe this big, only his legs were a bit long, and that was it. And I thought, is this the spider you were talking about? Yes, catch him, catch him. So I put the glass on the spider and I slipped the card underneath and I had it in the glass. So I wanted to walk downstairs, but he sleeps on the attic. His bedroom is on the attic. So I need to get to the stairs, but he was in my way and he was freaking out. I had to laugh. Oh, I really had to laugh. So I said to him, well, you have to open the front door for me so I can put him in the front yard. Well, put him away because he's coming back inside. No, he's not. So he was afraid because we have the front door, but our hallway is not that big. So if you want to stand there with 2 persons, it gets a little, well, crowdy is a big word, but he was so scared of the spider that he wouldn't open the front door for me. So there I was in my robe, bathrobe, with the spider in the glass, and with my elbow I tried to open the front door, and I put it, oh, and I told him, you know, this is going to be a fun story for my Flosstube, huh? But he didn't care. His only concern was put the spider as far away from the front door as you can. So yeah, I had a big laugh. 19 years old, please, afraid of spiders. I thought when I had all the boys, well, they can look out for their mom, but I think it's the other way around. Silly boys. Okay, well, silly Finn. Let's keep it at that, because Sam and Levi, I don't know, I think they catch their own spiders because they're not living at home anymore. So anyways, next week everybody is coming home for the Easter. In the Netherlands we have on Sunday the first Easter day, and just as with Christmas there's a second one on Monday. So everybody's off. It's a national holiday. So most companies, places of work are closed. Well, not the supermarkets, but you know, we have a lunch at my brother's on Sunday next week. So everybody is home, so we can go. All of us can go to the lunch. So that will be fun. With my sister, she's back from London then, and my mom. So we'll be all together as a family. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Thank you for all the returning viewers, new viewers. I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will like my videos. So yeah, and I see you after Easter. So that in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.